The night is quiet, but the drama, oh darling, it's never been louder. You may have forgotten all about your favorite nighttime soaps, but Miss Kane, she never did. She's been watching all the affairs, the betrayals, and the big hair, and now she's here to tell you everything you missed, or perhaps just forgot. This is Drama After Dark. Slip into something comfortable, and let's catch you up.
Don't just watch the scandal, darling. Subscribe and join the drama every Friday.
All right, loves, I'm Miss Kane. And yes, I did watch these nighttime soaps as a kid. Back then, I didn't fully understand what I was seeing, but oh, I knew it was juicy. Now I'm all grown up and watching with fresh eyes, a sharper tongue, and a whole lot more perspective. And let me tell you, the drama hits different when you actually get the schemes, the shade, and the scandal. That's why I started Drama After Dark, to relive the chaos, call out the mess, and give these iconic shows the commentary they deserve. So go ahead and pour a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it, shall we? Cam's in New York, running on coffee, confidence, and deadlines, darling. Liz Craig's studio is absolutely buzzing. Models just floating by, everyone chasing perfection. Pam's finally in her element, proving she's more than Mrs. Ewing, you know. Then the phone rings. It's Bobby, calling from New Orleans on business. Voice low and, well, disappointed. He reminds her she was supposed to fly in last night, spend the night, and head home together. But instead of dinner and laughter, he was sitting alone in their old honeymoon suite. And that sting runs deep, you understand. Pam tries to explain she's new, she's got to make her mark. But Bobby's done with excuses. He wants his wife back, not another meeting on the calendar. The call ends with polite I love yous that sound like goodbyes, leaving Pam standing in a room full of beauty, but feeling the ache of everything she's risking to have it. Well, at the airfield, honey, those storm clouds, they're hanging heavy, and so are those tempers. JR and Bobby are at it again, arguing over business, pride, and, darling, who's really running the Ewing empire? Bobby, bless his heart, handled the meeting for Ewing Construction, but JR's absolutely furious he wasn't included. He says Bobby blew it with Charlie Cox and should have used leverage, the kind that reminds people who owns their mortgage, you know? Bobby, oh, he fires back, tired of his brother's bulldozer tactics. Then the pilot steps in, warning about a fast-moving front from the west, says it's safer to wait it out. But JR, he just waves him off. They'll just head north, skim around the edge, as if the sky takes orders from him. Bobby hesitates, but JR pulls rank, of course. The plane taxis down the runway as thunder cracks overhead, two brothers chasing controls straight into the storm. Can you believe it? Back at Southfork, Jock's giving his doctor more attitude than any man with a fresh bypass should. Harlan tries to reason with him, tells him to slow down, take it easy, let the wrench run itself for once. But Jock's not built for easy. He calls the man a quack, refuses to sit, and swears he's too busy keeping the Ewing legacy alive to rest. Harlan leaves shaking his head, warning him one last time to take care. If not for himself, then for Ellie. The moment he's gone, this Ellie appears, calm but sharp. She asks what the doctor said. Jock lies without blinking, claims he's healthy as a horse. Ellie doesn't buy it for a second. She knows her husband too well to believe that grin. But she also knows she can't stop him. Not yet. The storm on the horizon isn't just in the sky, it's already circling her house. In New York, Pam's had enough of fabric samples and long meetings. Liz Craig is already talking about lunch, massages, and a dinner meeting with Morgan, but Pam's eyes drift to the clock. She says if she catches a flight now, she could be home by afternoon. Liz teases her, says she'd skip out too if she had a man like Bobby waiting. Pam smiles, makes her decision, and picks up the phone. At Southfork, Lucy answers. Pam tells her to let Bobby know she's on flight 401, landing at 2:30. Lucy promises she will, and hangs up, just as Jock walks in. He's surprised, thought Pam was meeting the boys in New Orleans. Miss Ellie smoothed it over, says plans change. Jock mutters that nobody's ever where they're supposed to be anymore. Ellie lets him talk, her expression soft but thoughtful, always holding the family's balance without saying a word. Up in the air, darling, and for once, it's quiet between those Ewing boys. But JR? Oh, he simply can't stand silence for long, can he? He leans in, trying to play nice, asking if Bobby plans to stare out the window the whole trip. Bobby, bless his heart, says there's no point talking when every word turns into a fight. But something shifts, you see. JR almost sounds sincere, says they need to trust each other more. And Bobby? He nods, ever so careful, like he's not sure if this is peace or a setup. For a second, they almost meet in the middle, two brothers who might finally get it right. Then the plane dips, just a little, enough to break the spell. JR glances out, says it's rougher than he thought. Bobby looks too, and that uneasy quiet fills the cabin all over again. At Cliff Barnes's office, the secretary buzzes in, says he has a visitor. Oh, Cliff looks up, surprised when Sue Ellen just sashays through the door, like trouble wearing perfume. She smiles, soft but nervous, and asks if he's angry. Well, he's not. Just curious, darling. She sits, says she needs a favor. Turns out, she was trying to adopt a baby behind JR's back, and when he found out, he sent the mother away. No explanation, no trace. Sue Ellen's desperate, asking Cliff to help her find the woman and finish what she started. Cliff wants to help. Lord knows he loves to cross a Ewing, but even he's got limits. Says she can't do it without JR's consent unless she plans to divorce him. She admits she's not ready for that. Cliff softens, smiles, and offers lunch instead. And just like that, a new kind of danger begins. Up in the air, things go bad, and fast. The lights flicker, alarms wail, and the pilot's fighting for control. JR leans forward, steady but tense, demanding a mayday. Nothing. Every system's dead, and the jet starts to drop, nose first, straight into the storm they thought they could dodge. Back at Southfork, Miss Ellie answers the phone, her voice calm, as if she's ordering groceries. It's Bert. Says the company planes vanished off radar near Cato Swamp. No details, just bad weather and worse odds. Ellie doesn't fall apart. She goes into command. She orders the search, gets the state involved, and makes one thing crystal clear. No one calls this house, and Jock isn't to hear a word. Then she hangs up, still seated, hands resting in her lap, holding that fear so tight it can't escape. Because when the sky falls on the Ewings, Miss Ellie keeps her seat and her strength. The moment she hangs up, Miss Ellie starts moving, calm, focused, already holding the family together. Ray asks if Jock knows. She says no, and he's not going to, not until they know for sure. Her voice doesn't shake, but you can hear what she's holding back. It could kill him, Ray. Lucy's pale, whispering she can't believe it. Ellie keeps her steady, says they've got to hope for the best. Ray heads out to meet Pam's plane, worried about breaking the news, but Ellie stops in cold. When Pam walks through that door, she's to act like Bobby's just late for dinner. If I've lost JR and Bobby, I'm not losing Jock too. The whole house fills her words. Even Lucy's wide-eyed, promising to keep quiet. Ellie nods, already planning her next move. The matriarch of Southfork, sitting in her heartbreak and still running the world. Somewhere, across town, darling, Sue Ellen's playing the part. Quiet booth, wine glasses refilling, and oh, Cliff Barnes turning on that charm. He teases, calls her beautiful, tries to stretch that good mood into something more. She smiles, of course, but there's a distance behind her eyes. Bless her heart. Says the change is only temporary. He asks about the afternoon, but she reminds him JR's due back from New Orleans any minute. Cliff tells her, with that cheeky grin, planes run late, darling. Maybe you should call him. Across town, Ray's picking up Pam from the airport. The reunion's short. He has to break the news. The plane's missing, and Miss Ellie wants everyone calm. Jock? Old Jock can't know a thing. Pam's shaken but nods. She understands the assignment. Back at that booth, Sue Ellen's just about to leave when her world shifts. Miss Ellie's been calling all over. She wants her home. Now. Sue Ellen doesn't argue. No, dear. When Miss Ellie says right away, you move. Pam, she rushes into Southfork, darling, and finds Miss Ellie first. Oh, The two women meet in silence before words even come. Ellie's face, it says it all. Fear, exhaustion, control hanging by a thread. Pam, she moves in, and they cling to each other for just a moment, both trying to be strong. Ellie tells her to wash her face before Jock sees she's been crying, then turns back to the phone, calling Bert for news. Nothing. The storm's just too bad, you see. She calls Earl next, her voice calm, businesslike, even as her hands tremble. Darling. Then Sue Ellen walks in. Pam pulls her aside, gently breaking the news that the plane's gone down. Sue Ellen listens, perfectly still, and when Pam reaches out, she pulls away, cold, polished, untouched. Says she's fine. Miss Ellie looks between them, her heartbreak now doubled, one for her sons, and one for the woman who just can't feel a thing.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
Dinner at Southfork? Well, it feels like a play nobody rehearsed for, darling. Miss Ellie, Pam, Lucy, and Sue Ellen all sit across from Jock, just smiling through the silence, trying to make conversation sound easy. Lucy, bless her heart, talks about a spring trip to New York. Pam tries to keep it light, and Ellie asks such polite questions, as if her sons aren't missing somewhere in that same world. Jock jokes about Pam traveling with Bobby instead of her boss, and for a heartbeat, it almost sounds normal. Then he starts to wonder why Bobby and JR haven't called. Miss Ellie covers quick, says there's a storm, that the phones are down, and Sue Ellen, honey, she backs her up, smooth as silk. Jock finally excuses himself, says he's got paperwork waiting. The moment he's gone, Ellie exhales, thanks the women for helping her keep up the act. Then she's quiet again, sitting at the head of the table like a queen holding court over heartbreak. Lucy's upstairs, you see, trying to reach her father, Gary Ewing. She's on the phone with the casino, giving the manager his name, hoping somebody can tell her where he's working now. Oh, but then Sue Ellen, bless her heart, walks in and shuts it down fast, telling her to wait until they know the men are dead. Lucy, well, she freezes, fury bubbling up. Darling, says Gary has every right to come home. They're his brothers. Sue Ellen, ever so calm, says Jock will call him if he's needed. But Lucy, oh, she just won't let it go. Says he should be here. Period. Sue Ellen, always one for a twist, accuses her of wanting Gary back to take over. Lucy fires back that she's not like her, not greedy, not cold. Sue Ellen calls her a brat and raises a hand, but Lucy, honey, she doesn't budge. She hits her where it hurts, reminding her that without a child, she'll never have Southfork. And for once, Sue Ellen's got nothing to say. Just that frozen look that says Lucy Ewing finally landed a punch no one saw coming. Oh, Miss Ellie's phone rings, and it's a voice from the press. Ken Jackson from the Dallas paper, darling, saying the Ewing Company plane is reported missing. Well, she keeps her voice steady, doesn't give him a thing, and hangs up with that quiet refusal only a true matriarch can wield. She doesn't waste a second. Oh no. Ray answers her next call, and she sends him into motion. Close every road onto Ewing land, put the hands on alert, and boot any reporter or trespasser off the property. No gawkers, no headlines in her yard. Absolutely not. Ray asks what to do if he finds someone out there. Ellie's answer is simple and final. Get them off Southfork. She sits there, composing herself, every order measured, every heartbeat private. While the town buzzes, Miss Ellie is already running the ranch's defense. Because when those Ewing men vanish, the woman in charge makes sure the house stays hers. Miss Ellie, darling, she just swans right into Jock's room. And what does she find? Him, puffing away on a cigar, grinning like a man who's completely forgotten he just, had heart surgery. Honestly. She teases him, says it's a bad one, and he, bless his heart, blames her for keeping the humidor full. When he asks for a splash of brandy, well, she shuts that down quick as a wink, tells him someone around here has to have discipline. He jokes that following the doctor's orders might just kill him, and she She answers softly, with such real love behind it, she wouldn't know what to do without him. Outside, Ray's gathering the ranch hands, voice steady, all business, you see. He lays out the plan. 2 men on every main road, sawhorses for blockades, 4-wheel drives to patrol the fence line. No one on Ewing land who doesn't belong. A hand asks if they should arm up, and Ray, he just shakes his head. Not yet, no guns, just eyes open, and orders followed, Miss Ellie's orders. Pam walks in and, well, she finds Sue Ellen drinking. The kind of slow pour that says she's not done feeling sorry for herself. Oh no. Pam tries to stop her, says she's had plenty. But Sue Ellen just waves her off, saying what's plenty depends on who's drinking, doesn't it? She starts to unravel, says she married JR for love, that she's tried everything to make him love her back, bless her heart. Then she drifts into bitterness, listing her blessings like a confession, the country club, the committees, the invitations, all because she's Mrs. J.R. Ewing, darling. Pam reminds her that's not all she is, but Sue Ellen just keeps going, asking what it'll feel like to be plain old Pam Barnes again. Then she twists the knife. Oh, she does. She sneers about all the men who paid Pam's bills before Bobby. That's when it happens, you see. Pam slaps her hard. The room goes still. Sue Ellen breaks, whispering that if JR is gone, she's lost everything, even the baby she wanted so bad. Ray, bless his heart, shows up quiet, says he didn't want to ring. Now, Miss Ellie, she's just gotten Jock to sleep, still holding that calm like it's armor, you see. No word yet, just another call to McGrady. Storms past, more planes going up. Ray starts to say he ran off a few reporters at the gate, and before he can finish, another one's already on her porch. Ken Jackson from the press, bold as brass, looking for a statement. Miss Ellie, darling, she doesn't blink. She tells him he's on private land, and she's not in the mood for vultures. Oh, and she orders Ray to fetch the shotgun. Can you believe it? Ken tries to charm his way out, says he's just doing his job. She tells him to find a better one. Then, in that voice that could freeze fire, she lets him know anyone on Ewing land without an invitation is a trespasser, and she's got no problem ending the story right here. The man leaves fast, I tell you. Ellie doesn't even watch him go. She just tells Ray to cover that arroyo and keep Southfork clean of scavengers. Miss Ellie, darling, she turns in the doorway, and there he is, Jock on the stairs, his face just hard, you know, and his voice is practically breaking as he asks why she didn't tell him. And she, bless her heart, she says she was afraid of what it might do to him. But he just cuts her off, swears he's fine, demands to know why it had to be both boys. Oh, the drama. Ellie, she steadies herself, reminds him nothing's certain yet, that the search is still on. But Jock, well, he's already moving, isn't he? He calls for Ray, gives him his orders like a man taking back control, darling. At first light they'll head out, he says. He tells Ray to watch for 3 of anything. Shots, fires, flashes. The signal he taught JR as a boy. Ray, sweet thing. He promises to find them, dead or alive. Jock, he thanks him, voice low but ever so final. Oh, the suspense. Pans out on the porch, staring into the dark when Miss Ellie steps outside. She's been holding everything in all night, and now that the truth's out, the weight finally shows. She tells Pam that Jock knows, that he sent Ray to join the search, and then the words just spill out. She admits she's never been this scared, not even when Jock was off at war. Back then they were young, you think death can't touch you. But now, it feels closer. Pam tries to stop her, but Ellie keeps talking, remembering her boys as babies. JR shy and quiet, Barry soft and wild, Bobby the one everyone spoiled. Her voice trembles but never breaks. She's standing the whole time, shoulders square, fighting tears she won't let fall. Then she apologizes for talking so much, says she just wanted to make it better. Pam tells her she has. Ellie nods, regains her breath, and says she hasn't given up hope, and neither should Pam. It's morning on the patio, and child, the sky is clear and cruelly calm. Now Lucy, she's laid out breakfast, eggs just the way Jock likes them, bless her heart. determined to make the day feel normal. She greets him with that bright, practiced smile, says it looks like another beautiful day. Jock, he plays along for a moment, asking what made her so ambitious. She just shrugs, says she felt like cooking, that's all. But then, darling, the air just shifts. Jock looks at her and says, ever so quietly, that he knows about JR and Bobby. And honey, those words just stop her cold. She apologizes, voice barely there, then asks if her daddy should be here. Jock, he shuts it down fast, says Gary had his chance and walked away. But Lucy, she just presses once more, says he's still his son. Oh, Jock's jaw tightens. And that's the end of it. Full stop. He doesn't want to hear another word. And just like that, the patio goes silent, the morning sun spilling across a table set for hope that never quite shows up. Out in the swamp, darling. JR calls out first, asking if Bobby hears it. And Bobby does. It's a chopper, a helicopter cutting through the morning air. JR laughs, says he told him so, and points to the sky as the sound gets closer. Bobby yells for help, calling them over. Above, Ray radios in to ground control that he's found them. Back at Southfork, Jock takes the call, thanks God, and tells Ray to bring his boys home. When the chopper lands, the relief is written all over his face. Bobby and JR climb out, filthy and shaken, but, thank heavens, alive. Duck says he's proud of them both, and JR smiles, saying he remembered what his father taught him. Miss Ellie watches, tears shining, as she says it's so good to see them like that. Maybe now they can be a real family. Sue Ellen replies they already are, all Ewings, before drifting off toward JR. Lucy rolls her eyes. Ellie hushes her, and when Bobby calls for Pam, she finally walks to him, leaving Ellie standing strong among her family again. First off, to everybody who's already subscribed, baby, thank you. You're the reason this drama keeps pouring. I see you liking, commenting, sipping right along with me, and I love you for it. Now for the rest of y'all just watching from the sidelines, what's the holdup? We're sitting at 29 subscribers, more than halfway to 50, and I want you in this family. Go on, hit that button. Let's make it official before JR stirs up the next mess. You bring the shade, I'll bring the bourbon. Deal?
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. Will you?